And welcome back now in Anno 1800. And last time we stopped here and we need to deliver the diary to Madame Kahina.
I can tell you're searching for something.
So let's turn it in.
The mark of the Perforion. This sign of fire is reserved for those they wish death upon. I never knew your father was mixed up with the Perforion. A grave malevolence. You may be wild, child, but don't go to the New World. Don't rouse the dragon from its slumber.
The diary may not be enough in itself to convince Sir Archibald, but it may give him food for thought.
Okay, so it seems we need to go to the New World. Samuel Good's murderer exposed. Good siblings track down their father's murderer, a man unlikely to have acted alone. Indeed, rumors circulate of links to a peculiar sect. Alright, so that was the first hint that we got, the New World. Let's go to Archibald Blake and see what he has to say about that diary. While this is happening,
ready for assignment.
Last time I settled here on this island, and I've built some production chains here.
Please, I am curious about your otherworldly customs.
What we need though is workforce.
Princess
At the
brings a
moment,
sense of magic to these shores.
At the moment we cannot transport workforce between islands, so we need to build some houses there first. So I need to get some timber to St. Sebastian. So we need to have a small settlement here for our production chains. I hope it's not taking too much, because I don't want to build a whole new city here. Just a smaller settlement that complements my bigger one.
Workforce shortage.
What is it you are bringing? This symbol is a death threat, but Her Majesty received one identical upon a plain envelope with a stamp from the colonies. We still don't know how your father was involved in all this, but I fear the answer lies west. Your father sold prosperity to the leader of the rebels, Isabel Sarmento.
Sarmento's last location is all we have. We need to plan our expedition route carefully.
Frigate first class. A bold new expedition, Admiral.
Alrighty. Let's plan an expedition to find Isabel Sarmento. I'm not clicking on this one yet.
Stations.
I think we need a good ship, but we have the frigate. Let's just look.
I'll steer ye from here to the precipice, the edge of the world.
Okay, the island Prosperity appears to be the cause of your father's troubles. He was accused of selling it to Isabel Sarmento, the leader of an independence movement. Despite her opposition to Queen and Empire, Sir Archibald believes that if her hideout can be found, it's possible she may be willing to cooperate. Let's assign a ship for this. So we have the frigate. I think that is the best ship that we have.
Don't want a dead man's chest.
And we also, so we have now navigation and naval power, and we need some rations. So I think that's fish, right? So we have rations enough, and we need hunting. I overheard some old seamen regaling each other with stories of flourishing wildlife on the route to the expedition ahead. Probably likely, but what do I need for that? Weapons? No. That's not weapons. Perhaps it's an item that I could use. So we have the bosun now as one of our items that we can use, so we probably could use something like a rifle or something. Let's close it again and see if we can find
I present my humble duty to you.
something like that. Let's have a look. There we can see the expedition bonus. So the ship toolbox has expedition bonus to crafting 20, crafting, naval power, diplomacy. We don't need any of that.
Go on then. Let's hear your daring tales.
There is hunting. So a domestic dog. Okay, so we need to get that. It only costs us 5,000. Let's get
Orders, Admiral.
let's get one of my ships, a small one that is fast, to that location and get the domestic dog.
Aye.
In the meantime, I can start here in St. Sebastian with a smaller settlement, and with small, I mean really small. Let's have a marketplace here
Workforce shortage.
and some farmer residents.
Workforce shortage.
Okay, so that should start with our timber production that we have and some fishery here, so that we have some food on this island. And that's it. I really don't want to do anything else here for the moment.
New orders?
So just that we get some money in here in addition, because this island is rather full soon.
Adjust the sail.
And I can still upgrade some more buildings. Why can I not upgrade here?
But what
Oh.
is?
That is too far away from the market house then, the marketplace.
It's all prepared. Can I interest you in this recently polished apple?
Newspaper, utterly hopeless, scarcity of beer is negative, and factory worker shortfall is -5 happiness. We don't want that, of course. We want
I think they'll
spend,
swallow
spend,
it.
spend, and some more happiness here. And we
Something
publish
like
that.
this? Of course, you know what's best.
We assist however we may.
Let's see. There should be the item,
Are you the cause of endless sorrow?
and it's gone, it seems. So the domestic dog wasn't there for long.
All coming together now.
But I could re-roll here with a few coins,
Gained an influence bonus.
which doesn't add anything.
Don't touch.
And, well, the item is gone. That is a bit annoying,
Sir
how
Archibald
quickly it was gone.
How may I serve?
There we don't have anything for hunting. Nope. There it is. A fine spyglass. Let's try to get it.
Schooner reporting.
Hopefully it's still there in time. These are the two traders that I have here. And nope, I don't want to do that quest now. I just want to start with the exhibition. Expedition. The exhibition is coming later. The world exhibition. And there's some texture bugs if I scroll in too quickly.
I had a good run. Sozzle from Friday and Monday.
But performance is still great. No problem here whatsoever.
Aye.
And no single crash yet. I like that.
The royal
No
seal
crash
upon it.
up to this point. There's the spyglass that adds something to the hunting.
More
But it
flexible
costs
than you imagined.
24,000. That's a bit, that's quite a lot. Let's bring the spyglass back to Sleepy Hollow. And then we can start with the exhibition. expedition. Second time, same mistake.
Game saved.
Okay, now I can start with it. Let's open the menu and add the spyglass. Now we have everything checked and we can start the exhibition. We don't need to check everything, by the way. So these expeditions, they're purely random, more or less. So some text will appear, and the more checks you have on your checklist, the higher your chance of success to get better items. So I want to check it all for now. Let's start. And there, my skipjack frigate is on its way to the first expedition. Sailing away to the new world. And while the ship is sailing, let's have some more farmhouses over here. I do have a lack of farmers in Sleepy Hollow at the moment. And that is quite far away from the marketplace in the middle. So let's build one here. And I think I should have another one up here. Let's get rid of those buildings here and build a marketplace here. So those people are happier.
You reached a new milestone.
And we have reached... Oh, St. Sebastian has reached a new milestone. Okay, it's a village. So now we can also expand a bit on this city. Even though I think this is purely optional. I don't think that I have to actually settle on a second island. But we have to do something. The ship is still on its way. It's still on the map. That's the second settlement now. And back in Sleepy Hollow, I should be able to upgrade more people now. And I also have enough resources for this one here.
We're in Clover.
Okay, and there should be another market place here.
A fire broke out.
In one of my schnapps distilleries. Oh no, up here.
May we see these shores again.
This is not looking good. So I need to have my fire stations up here as well in the production buildings.
In one of your factories.
Okay, there was an explosion in my schnapps distillery.
Adventure? Don't be scared if old Wibbly can also do it.
Oh, look at that.
Fire broke out.
There was an explosion just now, and it destroyed my schnapps distilleries.
A fire broke out.
That is kind of dramatic. Why am I losing so many houses here? Okay, so we need to have fire brigade here in my production buildings as well. That's good to know. Let's build one over here, and let's also build one here to my bakeries. And let's go now to the global map. So it's kind of the same like in Anno 2205, except this time we stay on Earth, and we have the old world here now. So Europe, there is our region here, where we are settled now, and we can settle on other regions here as well, by the way. So we have now the new world here. My ship is on its way to this expedition, and we also have the Arctic over here, and there is a DLC coming for the Arctic, so we can settle up there.
Ruins behind.
So then we can switch between our settlements without loading screens. Very nice. In 2205 we had loading screens every single time we switched, which was a bit annoying. But it's not the case anymore. No more loading screens.
Stores are inundated.
Okay, and we are totally down on Schnaps now, but it is understandable since we've lost all our distilleries to the explosion. Let's have some more fisheries here. And I think our ship should have arrived now.
It's not raining unless it makes your head bleed.
Days on the high sea, 6. Okay, I think the expedition is still in progress, even though my ship has arrived.
Time to rummage in the old sea.
But there's nothing to do at the moment. Let's go back to the old world.
Nothing good to say.
And we do have some schnapps again. Hopefully it's recovering quickly. Let's get 2 more potato farms here. Everything else is looking good though. No problem here. Yeah, and we definitely need to have a fire brigade.
We have the devil to pay.
Here. And the expedition requires my attention. Let's have a look. What awaits us?
Bring us home safe.
The Iron Dragon, cornered by a fearsome Perforian vessel. Your expedition has reached South America at last, and the crew are looking forward to some well-earned rest. Night has fallen and your ship is already in the tranquil bay when the lookout screams, "Behind us!" There, looming in the darkness, gleams a dragon of iron, its nostrils livid with fire. It's the vessel that killed Mr. Good, but this one must be twice as large. We are at their mercy, however, the bay is hidden from the bright gaze of the moon, and it is possible the dragon has not yet spotted you. If you choose to show yourself, you cannot expect to be a match for the dragon, only to somehow hinder it long enough to flee. Now we have the chance. Do we fight our way out, or do we take advantage of the darkness and try to sneak by? Let's try to sneak by. We do have the hunting class. They're not discreet enough. Some fools still has their lantern lit. You give away your position and the Iron Dragon suddenly changes course. Its mouth yawns wide above your little boat, and from it the first plume of fire melts the man at their treadle. The 2 hulls are close enough for boarding, but there are just too many of the rogues. You can try to target the flaming cannon or attempt to outrun them before the dragon's breath replenishes once more. Let's try and outrun them while they rearm. The navigators swing the ship into a serendipitous breeze. So we've succeeded. I'm not going to read all of that now. As your crew passes, they can... Perfect, so we were able to flee. Now we can choose something. Provide extra rations and continue, or continue. Let's provide extra rations. I still have enough fish. Okay, so that is what happened now in the expedition. And my ship continues now. Let's wait and see what happens next.
It's a surprise inspection.
Ceasefire has ended.
And it seems like my game continued, so I do have enough building materials again to upgrade my buildings. But I should be careful to not be too low on farmers.
I feel it reflects the times.
I'm still low on schnapps though. I don't know.
We have taken to calling you the master.
Newspaper
among
again.
many other complimentary monikers.
Let's see if we want to change something. I don't want to have anything negative in my newspapers. Yeah, let's reduce the consumption for a bit.
Not at all. Anything else?
So perhaps this enables us to get more schnapps again more quickly.
You lost an influence bonus.
Okay, and I need to focus on the windows now. So let's have those sand mines. Let's have 2 of them here. So there's my warehouse for that. And a lumberjack hut here. A glass maker. And then we can have the window maker. Okay, so now we can produce windows. Let's see how long it takes. And here they get the sand, and the glass maker gets the wood for fire, and the sand to produce glass, and the window maker gets the wood and the glass to produce windows.
We careen into the unknown.
The next step of the expedition.
Please, right our way.
Finding Sarmento, I'll mark her on the map with an S, says local man Ramon, whom Sir Archibald sent to accompany you. Why not an X, says the captain with an air of disappointment. Sarmento, says Ramon, his eyes sparkling with life. Finding her is the key to everything. Having traveled for many days along the New World coast, it is now time to decide how you will travel on from here. Ahead, a broad brown river mouth invites you upstream, its perils waiting unseen beyond its bends. Perhaps a route over land will be more forgiving, says the navigator hopefully. One look at the dark and foreboding line of trees would suggest nothing could be further from the truth. But which is the lesser of 2 evils, Admiral? Should we go into the jungle, or should we take the ship upriver? Let's take the ship upriver. The Perforean dragon is back on your tail. It seems hard to believe at first, but the distant chugging of an engine and the black smudge of smoke above the ragged line of clawfoot mangroves are unmistakable. Your men, who had settled long enough to admire a proliferation of yellow flowers on the southern bank, suddenly find themselves at the mercy of twin horrors. Beyond the next bend are a set of devious rapids frothing down towards you, and with the Perforean dragon fast approaching, time is in short supply. There is a very narrow breach at one side, through which a vessel capable navigated may just about fit. Alternatively, blasting the high cliffs could block the Perforean's way. Which has the higher chance? Let's see if we can find a way through it. My navigators pick up plenty of speed, which is remarkable since there seems to be little wind on the river today. The line of approach is good too, squeezing your ship between the 2 craggiest protuberances of rock. So we managed to do that. What should we do now? Find a way through the caves. There are some caves. Let's go through the caves.
Competitors are now at war.
And several members of the expedition are experienced cavers. And the screech of bats and mountains of guano are about the worst of it. All emerge blinking into a seemingly unremarkable clearing above the S marked on your map. But what's this? A young sailor reveals a mossy bunker in the forest carpet. Long since deserted, he laughs. Your information must be out of date, Ramon. Many years out of date, calls a voice from the trees. There is a rustle of foliage as rifles poke through all around. You, a crowled man, appears and pointed in your direction. Come with us. You are shackled and blindfolded, and after a short boat journey, you find yourself before the woman you believe to be Isabel Sarmento. Who are you? She asks. I'm the child of Samuel Good. Oh, that was not good. Her eye flashed with anger. So, they call you a father traitor for selling it to us, the pesky rebels, and now you've come here to do the right thing and take it back? Your father should have thought of that before he sold it. A deal is a deal. It is a confession that the deal has not, in any respect, been a good one. She picks up the barrel and pours wine over your head. Maybe I'll take all my rage out on you. Even if it was my father, the Perforians must have forced him to sell. Isabel puts the barrel down, stabbing her boot knife in to plug the hole. Then you're against the Perforians. I heard reports they tried to stop you with an iron dragon. She exhales nervously. I did not believe it, and yet you've risked your life to come here. Isabel motions her guards to release you. I should at least hear what you're planning to do about all of this.
Action.
So, you found us. Take a look around. What can the henchmen of the Empire do to us that the Perforians haven't already?
Please, Miss Sarmento, we come here only to prove our father innocent. Samuel Good.
Good? The man that sold Her Majesty's precious island to me? He is just as guilty as I am.
I don't know about you, but my father would never have betrayed his queen.
So you are calling me a liar? Love is blind. Back before they left their fiery mark, the Perforians told me your father would come to sell me prosperity. I knew conspiring against the Empire was a bad idea. Afterwards, when I refused to work with the Perforians, they came to teach us a lesson.
From what we know of the Perforians, I don't think it's enough yet to deter them.
The Perforians took prosperity from us the moment that deal was signed. Now our movement drills their oil for nothing, night and day. We have lost the strength to fight. Still, we are afraid. And even though we buried the dead and found a hideaway, I cannot provide shelter for all of them.
We are very sorry to hear your situation. Still, I must insist on our obtaining our father's...
So, you won't let go? Then let's get to business. Help me shelter and protect the good people that are part of this movement. If I see you can be trusted, I will find you the contract that sealed the deal on prosperity. Are you in?
I'm all in.
Seductive charts buried.
And here we are in the new world now. And we'll continue here in the next episode. Stay tuned.